Worth $250. Is this a must cop? We got a review with the Jordan 1 85 breads, and this is by my guy Josh Dominique. He's been doing a lot of sneaker reviews, just a lot of sneaker videos in the past. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get straight into this reaction. These shoes right here, I think I had seen them in the store, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, when I had to cop my last pair of Nike Retros. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and react to it. And this might actually change my mind and I might bring them to the channel. But before we go ahead and start this video off, I do want to start by saying, should I cop this video or should I cop these sneakers for the channel? Y'all let me know in the comment section down below. And you guys know me, I will fulfill my requests or whatever I say I'll do. But with that being said, this is a J1. Highly anticipated, and let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay.
This is one of the most limited releases of 2025, celebrating the 40-year anniversary of the brand, a legend reborn. We are going to be talking about the
or maybe these ain't the same ones that I see in the store. Wait, what did he say?
We're going to be celebrating the today, guys. This is one of the most limited releases of 2025, celebrating.
So they probably weren't in like a regular champ store. I'm probably tripping, y'all. This is gonna be a whole lot legendary than I thought it was gonna be. Hold up. Let's see. I like these B-roll clips though on the beats in the background. Them J1s, like they have a certain aura to them. I can't even lie.
Very quickly, if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you are
hit
subscribed
that
to the channel.
subscribe button, no
every
cap.
single week, and also give me a follow on Instagram. I'm dropping daily content.
Y'all go ahead and tap in with him. I'm gonna put his video down below in the description. He makes some great content. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely kind of like one of the people that inspires me to make sneaker content for sure.
The retail price in Europe is only 200 euros, and considering that right now euros and the USD are pretty much the same, I really don't remember the last time or if I've ever seen this where a Jordan 1 is selling for a lot cheaper in Europe than in the US. What's the deal with that? I mean, I don't know. I'm not complaining.
Might need to go to Europe then. You feel me? Finna get all the J's for cheap. No cap. That's gonna be a cheat code, yo. Everybody going to Europe to buy some sneakers.
I've lined up for a pair of shoes. Now the rumor said that there were only going to be 10,000 pairs of these releasing worldwide, making this one of the most limited Jordan releases we've got.
I wonder how much, if y'all know how many sneakers normally be dropping for a sneaker, y'all let me know. But I know it's damn for sure got to be more than 10,000.
I don't know how many retailers in Europe are getting these, but this is just my feeling. I don't think that 10,000 number is correct. I actually think there's a lot more pairs than they're supposedly saying. You can just see by how far
10K
the
is
prices
crazy.
have fallen on StockX in the last week, dropping nearly 50%.
Wait, when did these sneakers drop? They dropped in January or something?
For an ultra limited shoe that hasn't even released yet, those are a lot of sales. My feeling is that there are a lot more pairs available.
Oh, it hasn't released yet.
Is good news because
so I probably haven't seen them in the
store.
store.
Included were complaining about how limited these were going to be. I had no interest in paying high resale for these, and as of right now, me making this video, they still aren't even loaded yet on Sneakers US, even though they have been loaded already on Sneakers Europe. So that tells me expect to see a quote-unquote shock drop for these at some point later this week, also on Sneakers.
Anyway, before we go ahead and get on to more of this video, y'all let me know, how do we figure out about like a certain shock drop? Like, I'm guessing a shock drop is something that happens all of a sudden. I want you guys, is there like a certain way for me to prepare for the shock drop? Is there a certain day where drops normally happen? You think as a person that does sneaker videos on YouTube, I would know, but I really don't. I'm kind of new to the sneaker space. I started doing this whole sneaker thing not even a year ago, to be honest. But with that being said, y'all let me know how I can better prepare for a shock drop. Because I don't even know how that whole thing works.
Starting off with the box, so while it does look like every other
Jordan
box, it doesn't feel as
box.
smooth as some of the newer boxes. Like, it kind of feels a bit raw. And also, it's actually bigger than a regular Jordan 1 box. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole history about this colorway because, let's face it, you guys have
really is a sneakerhead analyst
by now. These were
bro knows how big the boxes are. Like, that's a whole different level of sneakerhead.
The real shoes that were banned brand were the Nike Air ships, but Nike turned that whole fiasco into a
Make
marketing
sure we
opportunity,
still
and the
recording.
rest is
For
history.
sure, for
This
sure.
is one of the most beloved
Wrong
colorways
one.
of the Jordan 1 High by sneakerheads. In fact, me personally, I actually like this colorway even more than the Chicago's up there. We have seen this pair retro a few times, the most recently in
It's a cool pair, I'm not gonna lie.
2016. And while I don't own a 2016 pair
Them
myself,
Chicago's though,
I
them
have seen a few
Chicago's, even
people
though they
online
cost an
point
arm and a
out
leg,
that
that
this
is
version right
probably
here
one of
is
the
a
hardest
lot more
pairs.
brighter than that
Even that blue
2016
pair, I don't
pair.
even
The
know what it's
shoes
called,
also
but
come
those is
with
hard.
this little booklet here, which gives you some details about the Jordan 1 and the different technology it contains. And we do know that with this particular release, they tried to get this shoe as close to as one for one.
They did a
compared
damn
to
good
the
job,
original
not gonna lie.
1985 pair. The design team said that there were no notes or recipe book that was left by that original team that made the shoe, so they had to pretty much reverse engineer the shoe. They used high resolution scans to get the exact measurements and
This is why I love my guy Josh
for
Dominique. He
example,
always
the
gonna give you
length
the
of this
little
mud
insider
guard is
knowledge
pretty
you
much
wouldn't know.
identical to the originals.
Real quick
And
in
most
his
notably,
video.
just look at how straight it is. Most Jordan 1s, like have a look at the Chicago pair, you can kind of see
like a little
how
slant.
it slants upwards like that,
Yeah,
like it
yeah,
almost
yeah.
curves in. But no, not this 85 version. They got that super straight. They also completely retooled the midsole. You can just notice all of the different curves on there, especially on the midfoot region. And also what's pretty unique is how this midsole just kind of slants inwards. Like that's just not something you see at all on Jordan 1. So that is very much unique to this shoe. The swoosh on this pair is way bigger than regular Jordan 1s, which is a detail that I love. I wish they never changed that on Jordan 1s. The thicker swoosh just looks so much nicer. Two sets of laces come with this pair, a black pair and also a red one.
Which I not
For
know
me,
is
the
regular. I
black
didn't know
is
Jordan
definitely
1s
the
normally
way to
come
go.
with two
I
sets
don't
of
see
laces.
myself ever switching to the red, but that's not a bad look.
It's like
either.
if you know, you
Also
know
very
type of
happy
situation.
that they actually gave us a real white midsole here. Don't you think that sale or aged midsole trend was just getting a bit played out? Let's just rock these and let them age
alright.
the natural way, am I right? Now, quality. The leather doesn't feel like amazing leather. Maybe that's on purpose. Maybe this was what the original leather
Bro,
was
better
like,
make
but
me
honestly, it
cringe.
feels very
It's like he's about to
standard.
crease the
If anything,
shoe. You
this
can tell
leather
he got
looks
no
and
type of
feels
crease
a bit
protectors in those
thicker than
shoes right
regular
now.
Jordan 1s, but not
For me,
as thick as
Me personally, I'm not gonna lie. One of the first things I'm putting in my sneaker is a crease protector, y'all, because I can't even lie. It just it keeps your shoes looking nice, even when they're not like the best. Like you can have a pair of shoes, but if it has that little like weird crease on them, it makes them look all folded. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all see like a bunch of sneakers like in a line, especially like when you have sneakers by the door, like your sneakers gotta be looking right even when they're just sitting there. Cause man,
some previous
I feel like when it
185,
creases the shoe, it
like, I
kind of messes
remember
it
the
up in a
neutral
way.
grays. That shoe
And
had
they're only
the
like
thickest
10,
cut of
10 like
leather
you
I've
can
ever
get a
felt
pack
on
of like
Jordan 1, and
6
to
for
this
probably
day,
$10
it's
and
still
have
the
them.
most excruciating, painful pair of ones that I've worn. Very unforgiving leather. Thankfully, these aren't like that at all. If you want to know a bit more about this Jordan 1 85 leather, you can check out that video by Rose Anvil where he broke it down, and he was very critical in that video of the shoe, pretty much saying that the leather on these 85 pairs is much more similar to an Air Force One, so it's not very premium at all. As far as the fit goes, well, I have to
I
say
didn't even know
I'm
Air Force One
extremely
is
pleased
not that
with how
premium.
these shoes feel on
Feels
feet.
premium to me.
Like this
I mean,
feels
I
like
wouldn't
an
know. I guess from
already
like maybe a design
broken-in Jordan
perspective.
1, which I love, and I wasn't expecting that, especially in this 85 version.
Or a designer.
The fit and the sizing for me, so I got this in my true size, and it fits so good. I have to say right out the box, at least based on recent memory, this is one of the best fitting Jordan 1s that I felt. And I know I might be sounding like I'm overhyping this shoe a bit when I say this, but for some reason it feels a bit more comfortable on feet than I've felt with any of the recent Jordan 1s that I've picked up in maybe the last couple of years. Like, did they put a different insole in here or something? I don't know, but this is a
He would know.
very comfortable pair.
He be doing a lot of most
Don't
comfortable
they
lists,
look
and
great
he
on
be around
feet?
sneakers a
This
lot.
is such a classic shoe, and honestly in this shape I think it looks great. Question for you guys, do you see the Jordan 1 making a bit of a comeback this year? And I'm not talking about resale prices here, I'm talking about whether we'll start seeing people wearing them a lot more, kind of like we saw in 2020.
That's a really good question.
Everyone wanted a pair of ones. That was all I saw.
I feel like for now, low key, and I say this because I feel like a lot of people are more like onto like the more boots, Y2K era type shoes. I feel like for now, we probably won't be seeing a lot of these J1s, but I feel like it's one of those things that if somebody popular wears them, or if somebody like that has some sort of influence puts these on and makes them a trend, they for sure gonna be a trend.
Whenever I went
I feel like
outside.
if they
However,
become a
nowadays I
trend,
feel like it'll be at least a
at least
couple
like
of
on the
weeks
internet,
before I
people are
see
gonna
a
start
pair
wearing
of
them more for
ones
sure. I feel like
outside,
that's
at least
how
here in
things are
Brooklyn.
starting
I
to
actually
work
do
out these
predict that the
days.
ones are gonna make a bit of a comeback this year. I mean, why not? Now, is this shoe worth the price? I think the resale prices are definitely gonna drop for the shoe going into release date. And if these prices drop to around, let's say 300, then yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable for these. But of course, that is up to you to decide.
How much
I
did
think
you say
it's an
these were
absolute
retail?
icon of a shoe. Looks great on feet. You'll be wearing these a lot. Do let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the Jordan 185
Could have
Bread?
sworn they
Would you
said
be
they're
going
like
for these?
200.
Would you be paying resale for these? Let me know in the comments. Do not forget to follow me on Instagram, and also if you're someone who prefers listening to sneaker
Well, it
content,
says
then make sure you
it
check.
says 250 on the title, so I'm guessing they're 250 or less. But with that being said, for me, my final verdict: are they worth 250? I'm gonna say not for me personally. Just because I'd rather not get a pair of Air Jordan 1s, and I've said this on my channel multiple times, you guys, I'm not really an Air Jordan 1 fan. But with that being said, you guys, for me personally, this is not going to be worth the $250. So this is going to be a drop for me. And I've said this multiple times on the channel, you guys. I'm not really the biggest Air Jordan 1 fan. But this is definitely, I'm not even going to downplay it like it's a bad looking sneaker or nothing like that. Because then again, I haven't even had it in hand. So maybe I'll change it for sure. But definitely drop for me. Y'all let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Is this sitting on the shelves, you guys, or you think it's going to sell? Y'all let me know. And yeah, let me know also if you want to see this on the channel. And if you do want to see some more reactions from your boy, go ahead and click the playlist up here.